The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Friday, the 16th day of December, 2022. Welcome to the Daily Hour, brought to you by Medical House One Communications and Lindos. I'm Jamal Hartman. He's Philip Trott, and Tamara McHale will be with us in a bit to bring you the latest in her news break, brought to you by People's Pharmacy. Phil, it's Friday, my brother. What's happening?
It is Friday. I've been losing track of the days all week. What? Glad we're here.
Hey, look. The one day you better not lose track of is Christmas, because you have a young son, and I know children love Christmas, right?
Oh yeah, this is the first Christmas that he's actually he knows Christmas is coming.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
So did he? Is this the first year he also had a list for you?
No, he didn't have a list. He's just interested in like Santa Claus and singing Jingle Bells all day.
Oh, does he do? Because once he gets Maddox's age, Sandra's son, he's going to be having the car decorated with like reindeer. Like every time I see a car right now, Phil, I'm looking for Sandra because she said that Maddox has the reindeer ears and the stuff on the car.
He has a Santa Claus hat.
Oh,
so he likes to wear, but it keeps falling off. So I have to keep looking behind us to make sure that we still have it.
Okay, folks, you heard it. Phil's got a little Santa in his house. It's about to be the first Christmas he finds out.
It's my little elf on this shelf.
Little elf on this shelf. All right. It's that time of year, though, folks. Greetings, everyone, and thanks for making us part of your daily routine. A good one today as we welcome Dr. Amani Flood as part of a new segment on this show. It's Ask the Doctor, brought to you by North Shore Medical and Aesthetic Center and Max. So this is a feature we'll be doing monthly where you'll be able to pretty much engage with the doctors or whoever the specialist is, and you'll be able to ask questions based on whatever the topic is. Today, we're discussing naturopathic medicine. Feel free, get your questions ready. You don't know what that is, Google it, but I'm looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it because Dr. Flood came on over 2 years ago when we first started, and I remember it was one of my favorite episodes because you all know me. I'm always like, well, we don't know what we don't know until we do know, right? So should be an awesome conversation. And again, looking forward to a great partnership with NMAC as we have this monthly feature. The Daily Play is more Bermuda holiday trivia today. So Phil, let me look. Sherry got the question wrong yesterday, by the way. Well, Sherry got the questions about Bermuda holiday trivia wrong the last couple of days, Phil. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I hope you're not having too much hope in me today. I mean, it's Friday.
Phil, I mean, you'll do better than Sherry. Well, you know what Sherry got wrong yesterday? She got wrong. She said, the question was, which vehicle does Santa usually appear on in the Christmas parade?
A sleigh. It's not a sleigh?
No, it's not sleigh.
Oh, wait. Christmas parade. No, I'm thinking Christmas boat parade.
You don't have sleighs in Bermuda.
I know, but we don't have Santa Clauses either, Jamal.
I mean, we have made up Santa Clauses.
Right, so I did part of the answer.
She said truck. No, the answer was fire truck. Come on, people.
Look, man. You know what? Never mind. Everybody go to the parade.
Yeah, exactly, Sam Cat Place. Exactly. Anyway, they're stressing me out. They're stressing me out. And we have an important conversation I have today. Folks, if you haven't already, share this conversation in your WhatsApp chats. Again, first of many Ask the Doctor segment on the Daily Hour. But before we get there, we've got to go back a couple of days. We had the Commissioner of Police on, Darren Simon's one earlier this week. And, very encouraging conversation. What we got was information that and the role that we can play in making Bermuda a better place. But what I want to go back on, and this is a conversation I think we didn't get to speak about on this show enough. So if you go on the Bermuda Police Service, their social media pages, I'm going to read from the Gazette, but police dig into own pockets to buy gift vouchers for good drivers. So 3 police officers, PCs Rajiv Bailey, Imani Scott, and Ryan Swan, spent $300 of their own money to pay for gift certificates to give good drivers. Now, again, feel how we feel about police and being inconvenienced when we're going to work. But I want to find out from the audience the lessons in this. What can we learn from these 3 officers' acts of kindness? What can we learn from it? We're so quick to give props to charitable people. But what can we learn from these 3 officers?
You don't like charity though, right?
I'm not a fan of charity. I'm a fan of empowerment.
Okay.
If this empowerment, is it charity? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, if you empower me with a gift certificate, I would not say no. But I would say, in all seriousness, one thing I learned is that, and it's not a knock against the police officers, but we're getting desperate when it comes to road safety.
Mm-hmm.
Where the police got to come out their pocket and give us a reward. You know what I mean? It's I'm not knocking. Everybody's looking for solutions. This the solution that they came up with.
Mm-hmm.
If it worked, we won't really know if it worked.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it says more that Bermuda may really have a driving road safety, I don't know, crisis or epidemic or whatever you want to call it, but it's serious. So where the police are now got to come out their pocket.
But they don't have to come.
They don't have to, but
I see your point. I think, I grew up, and times change, right? Times change. Like I will reward my niece for doing well. You got 21 out of 21 on your project. I'll reward them, right? When I was young, I don't think I was rewarded for doing what I was supposed to do as much as I see now. But again, times have changed, right? There's so many distractions and things that can take, the attention of young people. Maybe the rewards aren't necessary today. I don't know. I don't consistently oversee a young person. But in this case, what can we learn from, the 3 officers' kindness? I think there's lessons in it. We are living in a time where, people appreciate somebody doing something nice for them.
Mm-hmm.
It does go a long way. Like, let's think about it, Phil. And these are officers in the West End, it says. So
right.
If you're leaving Somerset to go to town every day, and every couple of days or every couple of weeks, you've got to deal with a traffic, TCD stop or something, and you're being inconvenienced, and it's tiring because most of you probably don't like your jobs anyway. So you're going to a place you don't want to be. And so an officer just says, well, here's $10 for Marketplace. Now, I don't know how much the gift certificates were, but let's just say it was a $10.
I think it worked out to $20.
$10, okay. Yeah. Let's say $20 gift certificate, right? You get it. Now, you weren't expecting it. And I think that's the biggest thing about this. No one was expecting it. So they're getting this. And I just think that there's more positive in this that many of us can learn from, like good deeds, right? I think it was a spectacular move by the Bermuda Police, these 3 police officers in the Bermuda Police Service. And because it wasn't something that they were told to do, I'm just saying this is the kind of leadership that's required to really make people say, you know what? Look, man, groceries are getting more expensive. I can't even afford this $10 strawberries. Good behavior may do it for you, right?
Yeah. And I was just thinking about something else, like as far as the other knock-on effect that comes with giving out these types of rewards, so to speak, is that it makes everybody aware Like, what are some of the things that remind us to drive safely?
Mm-hmm.
Seeing police on the road, getting a speeding ticket,
Mm-hmm.
even getting a warning,
Mm-hmm.
and or like an accident or something like that. Like those are whenever those things happen, it
Mm-hmm.
reminds us, oh, right, let me drive, or at least thoughts me, let me drive carefully. This
Mm-hmm.
is just another one of those things, like, oh, these guys are, we're giving out gift certificates for people that are driving, say, oh yeah, let me it just brings it to the forefront. Just, let
Mm-hmm.
me just try and drive safely. Oh, right, that's a thing. Let's try and be more intentional with it.
Right. No, I feel you, Phil. I mean, it's I don't think there's anything negative about it. At first,
Mhm,
I was like, maybe we're bringing people into bad habits. And then I was like, nah, there's
mhm.
just too much. Even if it's 2%, I just feel like this is at least 98% positive. Let's go to the audience. Sherry Vanderpool says, I look at it as bridging the gap between the police and the community. Again, like I said, if you're the story said officers from the West End. You're coming from the West End going to town, and every couple of weeks you're dealing with this traffic stops, police checking, TCD and stuff, and something like this happens, it's like it does make you feel a bit better. It doesn't solve that irritation when you're on the way to work, but at least
Mhm.
you know what? Officer recognized that, you know, I'm not one of those people that is driving dirty or illegal or anything. I don't speed. I don't know. I think there's more positive to it. Cherie Dill says, I appreciate the different approach. Past approaches, threatening, warnings, etc., don't seem to be effective when it comes to road safety. Maybe positive reinforcement can change some mindsets. I would agree with that. I think someone said it the other day about when the Commissioner of Police, Darren Simons, was on, um, having a more holistic approach, right? Instead of looking at things, the punishments for behaviors, let's look at rewards for certain behaviors. So I like that, Cherie. I concur. Carla Jones, Phil.
Carla Jones says it's probably nice for members of the public to interact with police in a casual way without a crime being committed.
Mm, there you go.
Positive spin on it.
Well, as I said the other day with Commissioner Simons, like police are kind of looked at as the big bad wolf sometimes, like the
Mm.
parent, the grumpy parent. So this right here, this behavior by these three officers, it's like, oh no, these are good parents. Again, folks, what are your thoughts? What can we learn from the kindness of three police officers rewarding good behavior? Now, let's take it from the police. Schools, teachers, coaches, mentors, employers, other employers. What can we learn? Every employer operates differently. Some people right now, they're smiling big, right, Phil, because they got that holiday bonus or end of year bonus.
Mhm.
Some folks work in spaces where they never get any bonus. They just get a cost of living increase,
Right.
right? Um, I think it can impact us. We can learn so much. It impacts us in so many different areas and spaces. Dorothea Bassett says rewards versus punishment. Rewards versus punishment. So I think that's one of the things. Well, how do you see that as a parent, though, Phil? Like, okay, let's use your son Shiloh, for instance. I mean, what can you learn from it as a parent versus, rewarding him for maybe going to I mean, his past the party stage, but like as he was, oh, well, sorry, but he going to the party and getting a reward versus not going to the party and getting punishment. Like how?
I don't know. I think we're both kind of even keel on the rewards, and like it's not rewards, that it's more like encouragement.
Mhm.
Like if he says, "Oh, daddy, I need to use the bathroom," like, we congratulate him, good job, thanks, da 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 da. And yesterday he had a situation and we had to kind of remind him, like, hey, you know what you're supposed to do, what you did, what you did was wrong, and da 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 da. Let's try and work hard on doing it better the next time. So I think it's a balance, and I think I guess my point from that is there's got to be a balance. I don't know what type of encouragement the police can do, because I can just, with my son, I can just say, hey, good job, well done. I don't know what the police can really do aside
Right.
from saying congratulations.
Well, look at Sean Smith. Like he makes a good comment. Imagine the lesson it has on any children that are in the car when the police give their parents a gift for doing the right thing. Think about that, because children seeing police engage with their parents in a positive manner, that's some positive reinforcement,
Yeah,
right?
that's very impressionable.
Yeah, it is. It is. Charles H. Jefferson II says, I love the culture that the leadership has created where officers feel empowered to do things like this. Well, let's talk about that. What can we learn from that? Some would say this is leadership from the top. The way we act or express ourselves in our jobs is really not just on us. It comes from the culture of the organization that we work with. So I definitely agree that seems like something that's not being told to them by leadership, but it's being they're empowering people in the organization to do things like this, and it does start with leadership. So I think there's a lot we can learn from this, folks. I'm curious. I am curious because you're telling me there's not one person in the audience that sees anything wrong with this, and I'm not trying to take a negative spin, but I just know us. I know us. You're telling me everyone thinks this is a great idea.
I think the negative, I already said my only negative was that I think it looks like we're getting desperate when it comes to solutions. I don't, and again, this is not to knock the officers' initiative at all, but I mean, road and we only in the new, the general public like me, we only really find out about the road fatalities. We see an accident maybe here and there through WhatsApp pictures that get sent around, of collisions and stuff. But the police, they probably deal with a whole heap of accidents and fender benders and stuff that is just as a result of people just not being careful. So I think it just says to me that we have a really bad issue that we need to figure out a solution to, other than giving out gift certificates.
Yeah, indeed. Let's go through the comments. Angeline and Resam for you, Phil.
Angeline Butler, says, with the way some folks operate, will this reward really, really matter? I think people who already drive safely will be rewarded, so no real change behavior. Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah.
When you spoke about children before, some children licks works with, and some children you can smack them till the sun goes down, and it's just not gonna make a difference. So I think with bad drivers, some bad drivers, like some it may not make a difference. You know what I mean? Is Resam says, I think the gesture was more to it being the festive season. And Karen Simmons says, it seems a little calculated when I first heard about it. How long will these gestures last? Well, it's out the pocket, so I can't see it lasting.
Yeah. Well, to Angeline's point, I get it. It's no difference from the police doing the stops and people saying, is it really changing behavior or just changing where the people are going to drink if they know where the stops are? But it really comes down to, I always say, and I'm serious when I say this, I know you all laugh, but I try not to speed or break the law on the roads because I just can't afford to pay fines. That's me being honest with you. I can't afford it, right? Some people think they'll never get caught, so they will continue to do stuff. I think the idea when people commit certain acts, whatever, they really just think, oh, I'm not going to get caught or whatever. Now, as in reference to Resam, the gesture being more festive, yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, look on the other side. Remember back in the day, people would always say, oh, the police are pulling more people over to get that Christmas bonus. So hey, maybe if that was the case, they're sharing their Christmas bonus with the
it's really bonus, man. The bonus went to the good drivers.
Yeah. And for Karen Simmons, how long will it last? The crazy thing is when you start stuff like this, it has to continue almost, right? Like if you start rewarding your child for something, then they do expect rewards. Like, and I don't like to compare humans with dogs, but dogs are our closest, right? But it's like a dog. Like seriously, it's like if you continuously tell them to do something and reward them with their tennis ball, then every time they do that, they're going to expect. Look at the police dogs at the airport. When they get a bag with whatever they're looking for, could it be firearms or drugs or whatever, they get rewarded. So yes, I think it has to continue in some way, and hopefully it does continue. The police identify families and charities and donate goods every Christmas. That's from Sam. Well, don't get me started on charity, man. Charles H. Jeffers II says, so it's about the fines and not being safe, Jamal? No, I didn't say it's about the fines and not being safe. I don't think I said that one.
Well,
where'd you get that? Charles?
I think what I still just thinking about what I said before about it just being a yes, it's a reward, but it can also be awareness, just to a reminder for everybody to make sure, exercise, as they say, carry caution, courtesy on the road, drive slow. I mean, we heard that for years, but it doesn't seem to
But Phil, I
resonate.
have no idea.
What's that?
I have no idea. And this is for the government, but they'll never do it because the government needs money. But I have an idea. So you know how people get pulled over, they get charged, they fined and whatnot, right? They got, what was it, $500 a window or something for the tint that they just announced?
Oh, yeah.
All that stuff. My idea is that money collected through fines from traffic offenses should be reinvested into good drivers. I think that's what I've learned from this, is that the government can do more to reward good behavior. And I know people say, oh, it should be normal. No, I think that monies collected should be reinvested. And so when someone goes to TCD to renew their license for their car, their vehicle, even maybe renewing their 10-year license, they get rewarded. Oh, you know what, Mr. Trott, we've welcome back. We noticed that over the last 5 years, you have not had any fines. So your discount is going to be at 65%, whatever, like how insurance companies used to do.
Yeah, I always wondered if we did that here.
Yeah. But Brother Charles said you don't speak because you can't afford. No, that's one reason. Yeah, absolutely. It's that's one reason. It is about being safety as well, but that's one reason. All right, folks, we got to bring Tamara McHale. Don't forget, this is the first day for Ask the Doctor. This is the first day for Ask the Doctor. We've got Dr. Amani Flood. We're talking naturopathic medicine. Folks, you do not want to miss this. This is a conversation that I think our community desperately needs to hear about.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Good
morning, Tamara.
How are you?
Hi, Phil. Hi, Jamel. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. So, but I got to ask you a question first, though. Do you speak? We're amongst friends. You can tell us. We're not going to tell anybody.
Occasionally.
Oh, okay. Money, but she got the money to pay fines.
Well, I should say in the past, not so much anymore.
Okay.
Because I had an accident last year this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last year this time my car was pretty much, actually I wasn't really speeding that morning, but after that accident I kind of learned to slow down.
Okay. An accident would do it. An accident would do it. Well, we're glad that you're safe and we are happy that you are here this morning. What you got for us?
Thank you so much, Jamel. All right, so of course, this is the Daily Hour News Break for today, Friday, December 16, brought to you by the People's Pharmacy. So in the news today in Bermuda, a teenager involved in the senseless fatal stabbing of a grandfather has been sentenced to 12 years behind bars. 19-year-old Shea Uni Smith from Sandys had pleaded guilty earlier this year to a charge of manslaughter in connection with the 2021 killing of 57-year-old Dwayne Gibbons. Puny Judge Juan Wolf told the Supreme Court yesterday that the fatal stabbing of the 57-year-old was a callous and heinous crime. The judge said that the defendant deserved a shorter sentence than the 13 years given to his co-accused Ricardo Tucker Jr. because he had not been the one to deal the fatal blow. But he said arguments by Mark Daniels, counsel for Smith, that his client was unaware of what was to unfold on the night of the killing would have carried more weight if it had been so common from him. And and that he wished it had never happened. Yeah.
That's just a sad situation. Very sad situation all around.
Definitely. All right, moving on, still in Bermuda, a review of Bermuda's workforce has been launched by the Department of Statistics, and the survey gives the island's labor force as well as the economically inactive population. Now, Jason Hayward, the Labor and Economy Minister, said the study was expected to wrap up at the end of February next year, and it enables the department to build a profile of the workforce to guide the development, management, evaluation, and reporting of policies and programs. Now, a sample of 1,500 households was chosen from across the island, with each person aged 16 and above to get a 10-minute survey. So, yes, so that survey is underway.
I have no comment on Jason Hayward.
Oh, let me follow.
Phil, you're on mute.
You have no. Okay, no problem.
My bad. Go ahead.
Bermuda was named one of the world's top female-friendly companies by Forbes. Now, a spokesperson said Bacardi, the world's largest privately held spirits company, is toasting to be recognized as one of the world's top female-friendly companies. And the prominent list and results are based on an independent survey of approximately 85,000 women working at multinational institutions in 36 countries. So that's great news there for Bermuda.
It is. They got some ladies doing it big over there. We just had Danielle Painter on the show. She's doing it big, leading the way over there in their public affairs. So I can tell you, I love to see it. Love to see it. Big up to Bacardi. More mocktails on me. What else?
Okay, so the murder toll for St. Vincent and the Grenadines has increased to 39 this week following the deaths of 2 people in separate incidents. So 39 people since the start of the year. In the latest incident, the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force has launched an investigation into the shooting death of Marcus Samuel, and Samuel's body was found yesterday, December 15, and mentioned the 39th murder reported for 2022. Investigations into the matter are ongoing. Now, Jamaica has reached a staff-level agreement with the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, that will open access to US $1.7 billion under 2 loan agreements, a resilience and sustainability facility, and a precautionary and liquidity line. The IMF made the announcement late yesterday, Thursday, after its staff completed negotiations while conducting its Article 4 consultation, the regular monitoring of a country's economy, and that report is set to be released next year. Now, according to Jamaica's Finance Minister, Dr. Nigel Clark, this is an engagement of choice. I'm quoting in here. He says, "We want to be insulated from any temporary shocks," end quote.
Interesting.
And
go ahead. Sorry, just having a lot of Wi-Fi.
You wanted to comment on?
No, go ahead, Tamara.
Okay. So yes, in Trinidad and Tobago, despite legal threats to file an injunction to stop a Burna Boy concert at the Shagaramas Park tonight, organizers of the event confirmed yesterday afternoon that the show will go on. The event is being hosted by Twisted Entertainment Barbados in collaboration with New Concept and SM Promotions. Now, on Thursday, pre-action protocol letters were served to the promoters and organizers, calling on them to stop all plans. But the organizers have promised that the concert will go on. It's going to be a super one, according to them. The band arrived in Trinidad on Thursday, and then Burna Boy, he landed in Trinidad and Tobago last night. Meanwhile, Burna Boy will also be performing here in Jamaica on National Stadium. Also,
You a Burna Boy fan, Phil?
I am, man.
Oh, you are.
Well,
Last.
so yeah, so Shiloh, right? He thinks that Burna Boy is saying Shiloh in last instead of Shio. So when that comes on, like he thinks the song's all about him, which is hilarious to watch.
Hey, it is about him. Don't tell him no different. Don't tell him.
I know. I sing right along with him.
Yeah. What else you got, Tamara?
And wrapping it up, I was just simply commenting that we were mentioning Burna Boy. So also here on the island, here in Jamaica, that is Cardi B and Offset as they celebrate his 31st birthday, and they are set to be at the Mecca Club tonight. They've been touring the entire island, having lots of fun. So they're also here. So that's some of what's happening across the region.
All righty. What's the weather looking like? Because it's kind of cold in Bermuda.
Weather? Well, they said that it's going to be, cloudier later with chance of showers. Yeah, so that's the forecast today, but you should expect, though, some early sunshine. And here in Jamaica, the Met Service says we can expect partly cloudy day with isolated showers during the morning and across northeastern parishes and western parishes during the afternoon. So,
all righty.
That's
people are asking why I have a jacket on in Bermuda, because it's cold. That's why people wear them, I think.
Man,
what days of the year you got for us?
Oh, days of the year. Nice. Let's see. Today's day of the year is a day of reconciliation. Day of Reconciliation was introduced in 1994 as a way to heal the rift between the people of South Africa and bring harmony to a nation still suffering from decades of injustice under an apartheid government. While the date is an important one in South African history, it's also a day that's honored all around the world. So you can celebrate it by taking some time to educate yourself on colonialism and how it affected and still affects the people who suffered under it. Colonialism and racism often go hand in hand, and their effects don't end with the people who live under them, but carry down through their children and grandchildren. Systems of governance and societal pressures don't change overnight. So spend your day learning how to dig the last roots of it out of your neighborhood and country.
Okay.
So
that's
I mean, I thought you might like that.
Well, I'm trying to think. Who do I have to reconcile with? Not Manchester United. Nope. No sport.
No politicians, Jamil.
No politicians. I ain't reconciling none of them either. Now let me give that some thought. By the end of the show, I'll let you know.
Let me just say this one. I know that one was a little heavy for a Friday, so it's also National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day. If you want to.
Oh, that's today.
That's today, yes.
Well, Sherry must have been a couple days early.
No.
Ouch!
What? She's not even.
That's such
Sherry,
a shame.
For the record, I'm not laughing.
That was fun. You were both laughing, actually.
I'm not laughing.
You're both laughing.
Turn the camera off.
Samara, thank you so much.
Have a wonderful weekend. Have a great Friday.
All right. Tamara McHale, folks. Do not go anywhere. If you appreciate it this morning's discussion so far, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you share it. We're about to take a quick break and come back with Dr. Amani Flood for a very important conversation. We're talking naturopathic medicine. Stick with us.
People's ACW, located at King Edward VII Memorial Hospital, carries over-the-counter medicines, toys, cards, and even toiletries. Our knowledgeable staff are there whether you're at emergency, visiting family, or a member of BHB staff, to show you our best even when you're feeling your worst. People's ACW, we're here for you.
Welcome to the new bulk store, Lindo's Next Level. Wake up in the morning with enough coffee to keep you running throughout the entire day. Your pet at home deserves the best. Stock up on dog food to keep your puppy happy. Need a quick, tasty lunch at home? Your chicken nuggets will be jumping right out of the freezer. What's a movie night without popcorn? You can never have too much. Lindo's Next Level. Why go anyplace else?
Mom's celebrating her 70th birthday next month. Have you noticed her age is catching up with her?
Yeah. Plus, she's having a hard time getting up and around like she's used to. I would sure hate to see her fall.
At Medical House Limited, we can help make life situations easier. We have electric beds, motorized scooters, bath stools, walkers, you name it.
Mom's been real good to us. We'll get her birthday and Christmas gifts from Medical House.
Medical House has relocated next to the Dendy Town Field, number 6 Bakery Lane, Pembroke. Telephone 292-3622.
Alrighty, welcome back to the big show, Philip Trutt. I'm Jamel Hartman. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by Medical House, One Communications, Lindo's, and People's Pharmacy. Folks, again, don't forget, people who don't have social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, they can now watch the Daily Hour on our website live, thedailyhour.com. You don't no longer need social media. Just go to thedailyhour.com. You can watch this show every time we go live. All right. Although there's not a chat feature right now, we are working on it. So you still will have to use YouTube or Facebook so that you can engage with us live. But you can now tune into thedailyhour.com to watch your favorite morning talk show. Without further ado, let's bring in our guest for the day. We've got Dr. Amani Flood returning. Let's get that crowd going. They love you. They love you. They missed you.
Oh, I've missed them too.
How are you, Dr. Flood?
I'm great. I'm fantastic. It's so good to be back in Bermuda, of course.
Yes.
I love it. I got back in time to catch the last little bit of the summer weather, some sunny days,
Okay, well, they definitely didn't extend to December.
No.
It's a little cool here. It's
you think
cool.
It's cool. Go where I was. You'll appreciate it too.
Well, see, being in Florida, South Florida, my body's just a bit, different.
Is that where you are?
South Florida, yes, madam.
I did not realize that.
Yes,
I thought you were around the corner.
No. Well, I'm in Bermuda right now for a couple of weeks, but
okay.
But no, thank you for coming back. We appreciate you and what you do. And although we lost my mom earlier this year, I knew that she valued what you offered, and we learned some things from that experience.
Okay.
So thank you.
Okay, my condolences to you and your family.
Thank you. So
thank you for having me.
No, thanks for coming. And folks, this is the first conversation of Ask the Doctor segment brought to you by North Shore Medical and Anesthetics. So let's talk about it, because a lot of people don't know what a naturopathic doctor is, but just explain, what is naturopathic medicine and how does it differ from what many consider traditional medicine?
Okay, that's good. So naturopathic medicine is a science of healthcare that utilizes various forms of nature for treating illness and disease. So we rely upon dietary changes, lifestyle changes, nutritional products, natural medicines, which may be plant-based, mineral-based, or animal-based, to help people, restore health and vibrancy, also to alleviate symptoms, suffering, and prolong life.
And what are some of the benefits of naturopathic medicine that people may not be aware of?
Oh my goodness, the benefits of naturopathic medicine are just varied. First of all, one can achieve health without the use of harmful chemical medicines. Sometimes I want to make the caveat that I'm speaking generally, and each individual case is different and unique. Depending on the course of your illness, we are going to treat you using whatever is the most safe and effective means of helping you achieve better health, right? But generally speaking, naturopathic medicine helps people come back into alignment, restore their vitality, and also to avoid the use of surgeries and drugs, strong, harsh drugs and remedies that really treat our symptom-based treatments as opposed to treating the cause of the illness. We want to get to the root of the problem. And, just like in landscaping, dig it out at the root so that we can, fix it for the long term, not the short term.
Indeed, indeed.
All right, Dr. Flood, good morning.
Good morning.
So I'm, I'm new to this. I even had to practice how to pronounce naturopathic medicine. So
You did a
bear
great
with me.
job. Yay.
Yeah, because I only did a good job just now because I'm reading it. But
That's
so
okay.
so people, there's some misconceptions obviously about naturopathic medicine, and just really quick, like, what do you know? Could you speak to like some of those misconceptions and sort of just take a couple minutes to dispel any misconceptions that people might have about it?
Absolutely. The first misconception, or really the first perception that I would like for people to have, is that naturopathic medicine is science-based and evidence-based. So a naturopathic education is 4 years of full-time college coursework and clinical work. So we come prepared to really deliver you safe and effective health care based on research, the very same as a conventional doctor would. Now, I'm speaking of qualified naturopaths. So there are lay naturopaths who have learned their trade and their skill through various means, whether it be online education or self-study and etc. And they have their place. But when you use the services of a qualified naturopath, you're dealing with someone who has been fully educated in the physical and natural sciences, who is completely familiar with disease processes and treatment modalities, and really has then passed standardized board exams and licensing procedures that ensure for you that you're in the hands of a qualified professional. And, that's across the board. You can take your automobile, down the road to a mechanic who has worked on cars all their life. And you may decide to take your car to a reputable dealer that has all those plaques on the wall saying that they have studied the combustion system and the hydraulic system and et cetera. So think of it in those terms. And when you're thinking about choosing a healthcare provider, this is your life in their hands. Where do you want to place your trust? Particularly in naturopathic medicine, when it comes to safety, we are well versed in knowing our lane and staying in it. So the beauty of dealing with a naturopathic facility are such as what we have here in North Shore Medical. We have a bevy of specialists on hand, general practitioners, medical specialists, so that if I am approached by a patient for whom I can really not offer the best care, I have no qualms in handing them over to one of my colleagues for care. But for the most part, naturopathic medicine really is safe and effective, and it's a choice for many people, and it's a choice that people should have as to how they really want their health care managed. Don't you agree?
Absolutely, man. And basically, so in what I got from that is, she has her papers, everybody. So it's absolutely safe.
Solidified.
And actually moving on from that. So what type of naturopathic services do you offer down at North Shore Medical? Because I know obviously people go to the doctor, when they're sick, but like, suppose an example, like, suppose I don't have anything wrong. Like, can I just come to you guys and say, listen, I want to make sure that I stay on top of things? Is there any preventative services that you offer? Like, what do you guys offer them?
That's an excellent question. Thank you for asking. And I love the way you asked it as well.
Oh, thank you.
It's a perfect segue. First of all, here at North Shore Medical, we treat all kinds of illnesses just like any conventional doctor. And then we have a number of specialties. We do aesthetic medicine, we do beauty medicine, and then we have some naturopathic. We have a rheumatologist or urologist who visit. We have a lab on premises. We have an ultrasound technician. So we really are striving to be a one-stop healthcare shop. In the naturopathic world, yes, absolutely. The way our system of medicine in the Western advanced world is really a sick care system. People visit the doctor when they don't feel well, and that's the expectation. And people tell me all the time, I feel great. I haven't seen the doctor in years. Wrong answer. See, a lot of illnesses, you don't know that they are going on. And by the time they present symptoms, you're quite progressed in your disease. And had we known sooner that your lab tests or your imaging, had these anomalies, we could have jumped in and done a lot more to prevent, the progression of that illness and restore you to health all the faster. So it's really important for people to see their physician regularly, whether it be a naturopath or a qualified naturopath, or whether it be a conventional physician. Have those annual blood tests done, have that examination, let us listen to your heart and your lungs and see whether something is going on. However, when people do present with symptoms, that's generally where people enter in, and then we can run some specific labs and do some specific things to help you restore you back to health. Come and see the naturopath before you get sick. Everybody should really have naturopathic visits. People are always amazed when they come and see me, and the extent to which I investigate their health. Their health status, and we always, I'm telling you, always turn up things that they were not aware was really a problem. When people live with a problem for a long time, it begins to feel normal. And I say, wait a minute, you mean you what? Your pee is this color, your poop is that way, or whatever. And
it's real though.
We specialize in keeping it real. And then we find out that, maybe there's something, mild going on, or maybe there's something severe going on. And I really, really like to catch people in the early stage of illness so that we can, get them back on track. It's very sad when people come late stage. You'd be shocked how many people walk into our office and they have raging diabetes and are not aware of what the symptoms of diabetes are. So they're going around urinating all the time, thirsty all the time, fatigue, and all the while their glucose sugar numbers are like off the chain. And same thing with hypertension. A lot of so-called silent diseases, they actually do have a lot of symptoms, but people don't recognize them. So education is a huge component of naturopathic medicine. And come have a visit. I get an hour, 45 minutes to an hour with you. Imagine the opportunity to just focus on you and your own health for that length of time. Something good is going to come out of it.
Indeed.
Awesome. So yeah, and that's a good point, because you definitely don't want to take your car to the mechanic when it's broken. Go for those regular.
Exactly. Excellent. Excellent. Get those tune-ups, health tune-ups.
I was reading about the press conference, the press release about when you arrived to North Shore Medical, and the article talked about how you credit your success against cancer using only naturopathic treatments. Can you tell us about that experience and like how it inspired you in your journey to teach others about natural medicine?
Yeah, I would love to. In 1997, right here in Bermuda, I was diagnosed with a form of blood-borne cancer called a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It is a very dangerous cancer, and I got excellent care at King Edward and with my private physicians, but I chose to go ahead and go abroad. As you can hear, I'm a Yankee, so I'm from the United States. I went along home so that I could really, be near my family and have some good care. And so I wasn't a trained naturopath. I wasn't even really a lay naturopath, but I had an interest in natural health and healing. And I thought, there you are, see that I was on a great path. I felt great. I was living my best life. I was exercising. I was eating right, but I had cancer. smoldering in my body. And one day it overwhelmed me, and I became suddenly very, very ill. And at first, the doctors thought I just had a case of the flu because, here I was before them, a healthy looking individual, but further investigation turned up this cancer. So I made the tough decision to go along home, and I had a friend who was a really skilled herbalist, and I said, "Listen, this is what's going on with me. What do you think?" And he said, "You look strong and healthy to me, and let's see what we can do." So he gave me a long list of plant-based herbal products and a dietary regime, and told me to really focus on my health and gave me a lot of advice. I followed his advice to the T. I did see an oncologist, and I want to stress that if you have cancer, please see an oncologist. Get a really good idea of your cancer, its staging, and learn what their treatment approach is. And then come and see me. Let's talk about it together. This is if you want to consider a more natural approach, right? If you go conventional, go conventional. But if you want to consider a natural approach, I'm going to have you continue to visit that oncologist and monitor your progress. That's what I did. And I was one of the blessed ones. I was fortunate that the treatment plan that I used began to show results almost immediately. And my disease began to turn around. How did I know that? Because I was being monitored. And the oncologist was shocked and, I said, "Hey, hallelujah. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing." And I went along back and continued my protocol another couple of weeks. And I would say within about 3 months, he declared me cancer free. So he was shocked and amazed. And then I, came back with my whole list, my whole bag full of all these supplements and things, all ready to share with him this miracle cure that I had undergone. He said, "It had nothing to do with all that. We probably misdiagnosed you. I don't know what it was." Well, I had been diagnosed by 3 different hospitals and various medical procedures, including 2 biopsies and et cetera. So we know how that goes. I said, "Okay, think whatever you want." But it was hurtful that they did not want to know more. But it did inspire me later on, many years later in life, to go ahead and formally study naturopathic medicine. I was actually writing articles for a local magazine, and the publisher said, "Well, what do we call you?" And I said, "Call me Amani Flood." And I said, "Maybe I should be called something." So that inspired me to go to naturopathic medical school and get my degree.
That's
The
beautiful,
rest
man.
is history.
And you know what I was thinking just about this whole story is that as if somebody was to come to you with especially with a cancer diagnosis, it's not like you're not speaking from a place of knowledge. Like you actually went through what somebody else might be going through. So you're not just talking from studies and book, like you're talking from personal experience, which I think would be encouraging to someone.
It makes a
credibility. Adds credibility.
Adds credibility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes a difference. Yeah, it does.
So just real quick, how do you find the acceptance of naturopathic medicine in Bermuda?
Naturopathic medicine is widely used in Bermuda. There's myself practicing a licensed specialist. We have now added a new licensed naturopath to our healthcare team. There are at least 2 long-standing naturopaths that I'm aware of that have practiced in Bermuda for a long time. There's a certified acupuncture practitioner or 2 or 3. Bermudians love naturopathic medicine. They've taken to it like a duck to water, honestly. There are herbalists. There are a lot of lay practitioners who I want to caution them that why don't they utilize the services, medical services a little bit more? Because sometimes I find that people have been advised wrongly or not quite rightly, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
When you're using natural medicine, you really have to use it appropriately. You have to know the correct dosages. You have to know that not every herb, even though it may be indicated for a specific medical condition, it might not be the right one for you. I'll give you an example. A lot of persons are using medications that contain a plant called licorice, glycyrrhiza, and it is not appropriate for people that are using certain medications, including hypertensive, or antihypertensive. So please do yourself the best favor. Don't rely on Dr. Google. Don't rely on lay persons if you don't have to. There's nothing wrong with collecting a lot of information from various sources,
Right.
and
Right.
then once you hear all those various perspectives, add it all together. That's what I did. Like I said, even after visiting with my close friend who was an herbalist and who guided me and really helped save my life, I went ahead and began to collect information from everywhere, including my oncologist and all of the technology that he was able to use to show me that I actually was improving and that what I was doing was working. So.
Indeed, indeed. This man, I'm just mad it took us over 2 years to have you back for this, but we're not going to have to wait that long. Audience, if you have any questions or comments, please send them through. We'll do our best to get through as many as possible. But Karen Simmons is asking, what are your thoughts about genetic predisposition to certain illnesses/disease? Can you advise what a person could do to get a complete picture of their health status?
Well, okay, that's a great question. So there is genetics, which means the genes that we are born with and how they influence our health and just like they influence our appearance, right? I have brown hair genes, so I have brown hair. There are many genetic conditions that do result in various healthcare conditions. Some are directly correlated, others are sort of mildly correlated. You can find diseases that run in families. The interesting thing and the new approach to genetic science is that there's something called epigenetics. So genes can be turned on or they can lie dormant in a person's body and never exert their influence over their health. So epigenetics then gives you the opportunity to use your disease modifiable processes by living clean, eating a healthy diet, chemical avoidance, and etc., and avoid having the genetic profile that your family had. So just because everyone in your family had diabetes, you don't have to have diabetes. Likewise, hypertension and a lot of other things. So genetics and illness or healthcare is a very firm science in that regard. And you will have inherited conditions that are passed on from generation to generation. But you do have some that actually are avoidable because of that gene being able to lie dormant if you don't turn it on with bad behavior.
All right.
How can one find out their healthcare status? Come and get an annual physical exam. Get a full bevy of blood tests. Avail yourself to some of the specialty tests that we offer here at North Shore Medical, such as food sensitivities, micronutrient testing to tell you your vitamin status and whether you have any deficiencies so that you can really target your healthcare to specifically you. After that, there are online sources to get your DNA tested and have a medical correlation done. And so use those and bring it in. We can talk to it together because a lot of times it has some big, long, incomprehensible words that we have to wade through to make sense of it, So,
Yeah, there's words we have to practice. Troy Butterfield's asking, are your visits covered by insurance?
Some insurance policies do cover a portion, the greater portion of my visits. And then there is a minimal copay that goes along with most insurance policies. So give our office a call and we're really happy to tell you exactly what to expect to pay when you come and see me or any of our practitioners. But it is, I think it's quite affordable actually. Without saying an actual number, I think it's very affordable.
All right, and folks, as you see the scroll at the bottom, for more information, visit nmac.bm or call 293-5476. One last question. I know you have to roll, but Michelle White's asking, once a person has a complete health status checkup, are they given the results to take to their physician or sent to the doctor? What is the relationship like between physicians and naturopath doctors?
Okay, that's a really good question too. So first of all, let me say that you have the right to your medical health records. The only thing you don't have a sort of a legal right to are the doctor's notes and impressions. That is considered, their personal information. But if you wanted them to summarize their notes for you or for another physician, you should request that, and they should provide that. Within Bermuda's a small island. It's a small community of healthcare providers. There's a lot of interreaction, and it's amicable. I tell people all the time, don't be afraid. Stand in your power. You are the customer in healthcare, just like you are in the restaurant, so have it your way. If you want to see a naturopath or another doctor, simply say to your physician, I'm going to go see a nutritionist. I'm going to go see a naturopath. As for me, I'm very happy to share all of your information. I give you copies of everything, all of the specialty tests that we run here. You can have a copy of, whether it be my lab results or our general practitioner's lab results, and imaging, etc. You can have that. You can take it to your doctor. You can ask me to write a letter referring you and sending that along with my impression, and that's also fine. But there's absolutely no reason why you should feel any kind of way about seeing any doctor in the island. Some doctors, of course, do require a referral for specialty visits. My visits do not require a referral. You can just make an appointment and come. So I hope that answers the question. Did I?
Yeah, all righty, Dr. Flood.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
We actually have within the nmac.bm website, there is a special portal just for naturopathic medicine. And we are in the process of building that out. When we're done, it's going to have informational videos. It's going to have links to all of our specialty service supermarket tours. And I do online health education from the comfort of your home. It's going to have supplement reviews and all kinds of things. So look for that tab and come and see us there.
All righty, Dr. Flood. Go check her out, folks. I'm telling you, I'm a believer. I'm a be very frank. I'm a believer. So thank you. And I just want to explain why I'm a believer. So I remember when my mom first went to see you. I don't do dairy products. I couldn't tell you the last time I drank milk. It probably was as a 5-year-old. I've just never liked milk. But I remember when she came back, she said, "Yeah, I was thinking I was eating healthy and had some milk in my cereal." And that's when I learned about the mucogenic
property of milk. Yeah.
Right. And how it was, could be so harmful to her condition. So simple things like that through, her experience, I've learned and tried to, I know you mentioned our friend Google, but YouTube no different, because we go on there.
Seriously.
We get crazy. We start Googling and think the worst thing, right? But
yeah, you're gonna end up with cancer if you go on Google. You're gonna know it's cancer.
Yeah.
And you're dying.
Folks,
tomorrow.
What he said, contact your local professional, and it's much better than letting Google scare the crap out of you. But Dr. Flood, thank you so much. And we look forward to having you back soon.
Okay, thanks. I'll see you next time.
All right.
Have a good one.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Likewise.
You too.
Dr. Amani Flood, folks, give us a thumbs up, a love, a like. Please share this conversation. This was the first conversation of the Ask the Doctor segment on the Daily Hour. It's a monthly segment where we will have doctors and specialists on to engage you, to answer your questions, and to educate us on different methods of wellness and health. Let's go take a quick break. I think we should do a giveaway after. We're going to do a giveaway too. We'll do a giveaway. Stick with us. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back to wrap it up.
A lot happens around your home. That is why at One Communications, we have introduced affordable security and video monitoring, because everyone should be able to afford to protect their family. Anytime, from anywhere, One Home Security keeps you connected and puts security in your hands with an easy-to-use smartphone app to control everything. Home security is important to keep you and your family safe. Motion-activated cameras around your home and security monitoring within create a complete security system providing protection both inside and outside your home. Professional monitoring means that there's someone on call with 24/7 protection to notify the authorities and help keep you and your loved ones safe. We are dedicated to whole home protection with indoor and outdoor cameras, smart door locks, motion sensors, and more, so you'll always be connected to what matters most. With professional installation, no upfront hardware fees, and low monthly rates, because keeping your family safe should be affordable for everyone. Total home video monitoring and security, there's no better way to protect your home than with One Home Security.
All righty. Thanks again to Dr. Amani Flood. Really, really appreciate that. NMAC, go check them out, folks. As you can see, still not scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You can visit nmac.bm or call 293-5476 for more information on everything that's naturopathic medicine.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Messed up now.
Yeah.
They offer at NMAC. We're going to do, thanks again to One Communications, People's Pharmacy, Lindos, and Medicals. And it's time for the Daily Play, brought to you by Bermuda Trivia, now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. Phil, are you ready?
It's Friday, man. What can I say? Let's go.
Let's do it.
Get what you get.
Let me choose a question. Hold on. Let me choose a question.
Something easy.
I didn't have a question up, Phil. Give me a second.
Give me an easy one. It's Friday.
All right, here we go. Let's do this one. What pie, name one pie that Bermudians traditionally include as part of their Christmas dinner?
Cassava.
All right. I guess that was too easy. Folks.
Marine.
Hashtag Sherry would have said muscle or chicken pie. Folks,
everybody. You gotta leave my girl alone, man.
No. She ain't here. We gotta give it to her. Everybody got the answer. Just name one pie. I'm telling you, somebody would have said muscle pie. Don't act crazy. Don't act crazy. So we're gonna give away one of the holiday editions as well. Folks, she's there.
Elf one.
See how rude she is? Yeah, such a hater elf one. She's been calling me out, folks. This is how she treats me when nobody's watching. Folks, hashtag Bermuda Trivia. That's what we're gonna do. You can just hashtag Bermuda Trivia. And Charles, I'm telling you, Sherry would have said chicken pie or something. Hashtag Bermuda Trivia for today's giveaway. Phil, let's wrap it up. What are your final thoughts on the discussion about the great reward and good behavior, and then the first segment of Ask the Doctor?
Well, I want to make it clear about the rewards for the good driving. That I'm encouraged by the police for at least trying to find another solution, because the ultimate goal is safer streets and safer road safety, improving road safety, right? Mm-hmm. But I still say that, like, if that's what they gotta do, then we have a bigger problem on our hands. Mm-hmm. The word of the day is clearly naturopathic, and I'm glad I got it that time too. I don't judge you for stumbling that time, but it's not easy. What I was thinking is that we definitely need more time for this, for these types of discussions, but we have them because we're going to be doing it every month. So I can't wait. I kind of want to fast forward to the next one. You know, I'm really appreciative for North Shore Medical for coming and teaming up with us on this. So I mean, we had a great discussion today, and I'm definitely looking forward to the next one.
Indeed. I as far as the discussion about the rewards, I like the holistic approach. I think that it's not a bad thing. I think there's a lot of positives to it. As someone said, with children in the car, positive reinforcement, community building, as Sherry said.
Yeah.
I like
quoting Sherry.
Yeah, every now and then it happens. As far as Dr. Amani Flood, folks, there's more than one way. There's more ways to improve our health, maintain our health, and make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. Traditional methods are what most of us are used to, but my hope is that through conversations like this with Ask the Doctor, we will become a healthier and more sustainable people, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Thank you to NMAC, Ask the Doctor with Dr. Amani Flood. Good kickoff, folks. Go make sure you give them a call. Find out how you can learn more about naturopathic medicine. Let's do this giveaway, Phil. Let's do this giveaway. We're going to be giving away a holiday deck of Bermuda trivia cards. And folks, you can just send me an email, jamel@bermudacommunications.com, if you're the winner, and I will get you your winnings. So let's bring it up and do that drum roll. Let's do it. Let's do the drum roll. Drum roll, please. Here we go. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? All right, Karen Simmons, you get yourself, and I think you purchased one, so you're gonna have two. You might give one away to somebody for the holidays. Phil, you got any?
For being a safe driver.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Any daily inspiration for us, Phil?
Yes, the daily inspiration today is by Deepak Chopra. You know Deepak Chopra?
Yeah, I know.
Indian author. All right, so here you're gonna like this one. Instead of thinking outside the box, get rid of the box.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying that for years.
That's why I thought you might like it.
Deepak's been watching my social media. I've been saying, everybody's talking about, oh, we got to think outside the box. How about you just remove the damn box? Hello.
Get rid of the box.
Anyway, folks, hey. Question. Remind us where you can purchase Bermuda Trivia. The holiday edition can be purchased at Brown & Co., the Bookmart, and then the People's Pharmacy, Flying Colors, they have volumes 1, so you can check them out there. But folks, it's that time. We've got a week to go. It's a week to go. My email is jamel@bermudacommunications.com. So jamel@bermudacommunications.com. Folks, it's that time, though. Thanks again to our partners, Medical House, One Communications, Lindos, and Mac and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you on Monday. I'm Jamel Hartman. He's Philip Trott. My friends, make it a safe and a great weekend. We are out.